Tony. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is. My name is Tarmo Savolainen. I'm working for Finnish Transport Infrastructure Agency, FTIA, and I'm very happy to have a short presentation for you about our openBIM in FTIA with the title What, How and Why. And greetings from Helsinki, Finland. It's 7 p.m. here, so it is quite evening already here. My agenda is very like this, a little bit about background about me and FTIA and the BIM history in Finland. Then more about BIM and information management in FTIA, especially in the project view. And then in the end, what is next and next steps and conclusions. And I hope we have time to discuss in the end with some questions. My name is Tarmo Savolainen and I've worked in FTIA now a little over 8 years. First as a chief specialist in InfraBIM and lately as a deputy director in project development department. Before FTIA, I worked 15 years in small and medium-sized software and consultancy companies. First one related to the cost management, and the second one related to the VDC and the infrastructure, BIM and asset informations. I have also been quite active in Building Smart and Building Smart Finland. I was chairing last 4 years Building Smart Finland, and before that Building Smart Finland InfraRoom. And also our organization has been one of the involvers in the IFC Infra and IFC Rail projects in Building Smart International, which has been very interesting time to develop those. So this is me, and now a little bit about FTIA. FTIA is a state agency in Finland responsible for road, railway and waterway network in Finland. This picture actually is our vision picture, and in that picture you can see railway, road and the waterway in one picture. This picture is from eastern Finland, a city called Imatra. Of course, the transport network is it's the basics of Finland. It secures and facilitates Finland's well-being, competitiveness, security of supply and sustainable growth. Our organization wants to be an expertise organization. We want to be efficient. We have to and can collaborate with lots of stakeholders, the municipalities, the cities, the service providers in the infrastructure projects. We are, this is some numbers. We have our transport network value is estimated to be about 21 billion euros. We have a little less than 500 people working in our organization. We are very much client organization. We buy design, we buy construction, we buy maintenance. So actually there's an estimate that about 1,800 people working indirectly in our projects, in our maintenance processes, etc. So we are very much a client organizations. We have 78,000 kilometers of roads, about 6,000 kilometers of railways, and 17,600 pieces of railway and road bridges, and also 4,000 kilometers of maritime trade routes. A little bit about our organization, and maybe I just tell, I'm working in a project division. I'm working in a project development department, and my view for BIM and my view for information management is very project orientated. Of course, our division is working in the very narrow collaboration with other divisions in our organizations. Next to us in the same division, there is 3 project implementation departments. So actually we help, we support those divisions, and also that means that we get whatever we develop, we get very fast, very narrow feedback from there if they are not working, if they are working. So we work very much next to the projects. This is our projects, ongoing projects now. Finland, if you don't, probably you don't know very much about Finland, but Finland's population of Finland is 5 million people. It's very much concentrated on the south side of the Finland. And as you can see also, the major projects are more south than in the north. There is some interesting new projects now starting in this area and this area, probably very much about we joined few years ago NATO, and the military moving is something what is now also needs some development for our road and railway networks. Our parliament decided last year the very big investment package of road and railway investment, and there you can actually see the new projects started, which have been started in the beginning of this year. And we have actually a timetable with new projects. First, the buying process, and then the real implementation project. And this is our roadmap for new projects. And as you can see, there is 1.4 billion euros worth of the new project. So we will be quite busy during the next few years. Okay, let's go to the BIM and how is FTI have started our BIM journey. We started already at beginning of 2000. Then there was first preliminary studies early 2000 about BIM. And then 2010, 2014, there was in Finland big InfraBIM project where all the industry stakeholders of infrastructure sector, public clients, contractors, and designers, other stakeholders put powers together, and we developed very much about our BIM ways of working during that time. After that project, all those materials developed in this InfraBIM project were moved under Building Smart Finland's maintenance, and actually they have been since that there as a general infrastructure BIM requirements. But after that project, we also have started to develop our own BIM ways of working. Our first BIM guideline, Bridge BIM guideline, was published 2015, Road and Railway BIM guideline 2017, and 2018-2023 we piloted Timaha, the information and model checking service, where we wanted to support our project managers to work better with BIM and more strict information requirements. Like I told in the early, that our project manager is quite a loner in the project, and he's buying everything from the outside of the organization. So he needs also support for the requirements for information. And of course, during that time, we also had lots of education for BIM, and we wanted to get better by project. And then I would say you will probably never be an adult, but next phase is getting even better. We updated our BIM requirements 2022. Both FTI BIM requirements were published, and also FTI Bridge BIM requirements were published 2022. They were the second edition of the guidelines published 2015 and 2017. We also tendered to our organization the common BIM tool, and in the beginning of 2023, Vectorio is our BIM tool in our organization. And Other big thing we tendered was a common project information portal for all our projects. And after those tendering processes, the BIM tool and the project information portal was last autumn integrated together. So there has been one place you can get your project data in one place. And also we tendered Timaha, not only the piloted, but the Timaha service as a regular service for our project managers last autumn. And now what we are working now, our nowadays working common InfraBIM requirements, they are based very much about infra model. It's our own data exchange format, but we are changing changing it to IFC based information requirements, and we have made our IFC roadmap. We have also started the InfraBIM 2027 project in our organizations end of last year, which we want to develop our BIM. And we also have piloted Building Smart Data Dictionary as a tool for machine readable information. A little bit more about that later. Our organization has a vision. We want to have a digital twin and real-time asset information management. And our goal for digital twin is 2030. And if you look at that vision as from the project's perspective, there is few questions. How project information is linked to the asset information management. We want all the information from design to construction to also flow all the way to the asset information and vice versa. And we also want more qualified information from design and construction to maintenance and asset management. And 2021, when we defined our goals for next years, we also saw that we need some changes to the traditional process from silos to the information flow, and in that route, BIM is openBIM is very important piece. So far, BIM has been very much used in our projects because we want to make our projects more efficient, more cost, more built with the same amount of money. We want to virtual and design and construction to make it more efficient. And there are some examples: Espoo City Rail, Riihimäki Railway Station, Kirri-Tikkakoski, how BIM is used. And actually, I always, when I'm talking about BIM, I also always want to somehow express that why we really need BIM. And there is now two examples of the real-time project. They are a little bit, I would say, they're like champion projects. Kirri-Tikkakoski is a highway project from the middle of Finland, and they took in that project openBIM as very middle and hard part of the project management. And in that project, they actually had a very good goals. They got big cost savings. There was a road design made already from that highway, but when it went to the construction phase, the model was design and build model. They actually guided design a little bit more. They changed the road plan. Leveling, phase leveling, road leveling was changed. They developed the project, optimizes the masses, and also the production control was BIM based. So everybody was working for BIM, the designer, the contractor, the surveyor, everybody was working through BIM, and there was a big savings. The project has been calculated that there was quite many bridges in the project, that only that little thing, that all the bridge project went digitally, BIM based from design to construction and the quality checking and everything, saving for that little thing that they don't print any drawings and they don't produce any drawings was about 28 weeks of man weeks. So it's quite a lot. And actually the project was quite successful. The opening for traffic was 9 months earlier. It was very much because everybody was working real-time collaboration, client, contractor, designers of different types work together. There was no need to put breaks like in normally made projects because of the lack of design or design failures, because everybody was working for same models and developing the same model, same working. We also got better quality in that project, and it's probably because of continuous development in real time in collaboration with the contractor. And everything was made ready at once. Our project, this is not the exact, but the project estimated that there was about 9 million euros savings in 146 million euro project. So actually it's quite a big saving because of the BIM and fully digital process. The other interesting project is Riihimäki Rail Yard projects. The Riihimäki Rail Yard is in the railroad, busiest railroad in Finland, coming from north to south. And this rail yard had to be renovated. And the rule was there has to be 4 from 7 tracks has to be on use all the time. And our old railway guys already gave up and said, no, it's not possible to make this kind of renovation with 4 lanes open all the time without cutting the traffic for a while. But then BIM team actually made a solution that one. They actually digitally planned and designed that the working process so that actually it was possible. They didn't have to cut the traffic. They didn't have to actually put many works to the night time. So actually lots of the quality of the project was improved very much. Lots of money was saved, and also security was improved when you don't have to work nighttime when you are tired in the middle of the traffic, but you do it more organized. Okay, but these two were like I would say champion project, but we also has last years developed in our organization the whole project information framework. Our goal is that the information is flowing from preliminary design to detailed design to construction to as-built, and from as-built to the maintenance. And we defined already few years ago this kind of project information framework. We decided that we need one project information portal for our organization. So far, there was in every project there was a different project portal. In every project, information structure was designed in the start of the project. But now we have tendered common project information portal for our organization, which also has been inside what we have also built an information structure model for every project. So every construction project goes with the same information structure in same place. So we actually we will save lots of money with that one. The other thing we tendered was BIM tool. BIM tool and project information portal was integrated last autumn. And now idea is that our project can use that project information portal plus BIM tool and store all the material during the project in one place, in one common way. Timaha is the model and information checking service. We also last year tendered the service the continuous service for our project manager. So we have a teams, consultancy teams, which are helping our project manager for requiring the right information, using the right information during the project, and also qualify that in the end of the project, the qualified information is delivered to our system. Project information portal is used during the project, but when the project is ending, we want all our information from the design and from the construction to our Velho system. Velho is as designed and as built information portal. And in the end of the project, the end of the project, the information is stopped there. And end of the project, in the future, we also want that all the information from the projects will flow automatically to our different asset information systems. We have a Ratko for railway asset information, Tievelho for road network assets, Haavi for waterway network assets, and Taitorakennerekisteri for bridge information assets. In this moment, in the development, this project information portal BIM tool Timaha are working, and now next phase is to really get BIM informations to flow to the asset information systems. But of course, that needs to training people to develop our guidelines, because we are a public tendering organization, and we have to develop our processes and also tools. So this is very shortly our project information framework. Okay, if we go a little bit deeper to people, guidelines, process, and tools, I start with the people. We have made 3 times this kind of BIM maturity measurement in our organization. We have measured last time 2023 all our projects. There was 28 projects that time. This is based to the Nordic BIM maturity model, which is developed actually together with 7 rail and road organizations in the Nordic countries. Our measurement 2023 was that our averages, we are in the level 2.2. Of course, that doesn't tell so much about, but we are making this measurement every now and then, and also in future, and we want to see how this is developing. But average actually don't tell so much. This is how the average is divided to the projects. I took the names of the projects off, but there is all 28 projects we have measured, and you can see that we have very different. We have projects with very different BIM levels in our organizations, and from this we actually go a little bit even further. We took from next slide, we took the best project and the least projects away, and we can also see that the BIM level in different angles: data, digital process, interoperability, collaboration of the stakeholders, delivery to the client, and other use cases. The variety of the process is quite big. It depends very much how project managers has used to work in their previous projects. What is their BIM maturity? And our goal is now to really push those number ones more to the number 2, because if it's not so important to get average from 2.2 to 2.4, but if we can move one project from number 1 to number 2, it's a big step in that project. We support our people with BIM. Of course, the very important is strong management support. Our division directors' big goal is now to improve our BIM ability in FTIA. And I think management support is the key to the success. We need really that the management understands the change from the traditional process to the more digital projects. Also, the projects need direct help. We are now giving to our projects direct help by our department, also the Timaha service. Trainings cannot be enough pushed. We have a project information portal trainings and also BIM tool trainings. We even have a BIM quarters. Actually, today, this morning, was this Väyläviraston BIM Vartti FTIA BIM quarter, and the BIM property sets were the subject of that BIM quarter. And we also have a user group for our project information portal for our BIM tool, and because I think people is key to the change. Our guidelines, I already a little bit told about. Our new guidelines are FTIA InfraBIM requirements, which is consisting roads, railway, and waterways, and then FTIA bridge InfraBIM requirements. Both were updated 2022, and they are now in use in our projects. We also have, this is actually the full list of our project information guidelines. There is some other guidelines than the BIM guidelines, and also we have some FTIA own guidelines, and then we have general BIM requirements, which are actually published by Buildings Finland. YIV, General Information Model Requirements, is one. There is actually English version during that link. And idea in our organization is if something is required and told in the general infrastructure requirements, we don't double do it anymore in our own guidelines and requirements. We just get a little bit more specific requirements in our guidelines. This is just an example from FTIA info model requirements. This is a few part. There is information requirements for geometry lines and stabilization fields, and there is how the information has to be informed, how exact it has to be, what is the information model, and there is other one for noise barriers and road upper surface models. Unfortunately in Finnish, so you don't understand so much, but just as an example. And this is one picture from our surface line. We design, our aim is that every project is designed with the BIM, then there comes a design model. And when it's constructed, if the contractor makes everything exactly like a design model, then the design model is same as built model. But if there is some deviation, then design model plus deviation model is as built model. And we want to collect that information to our systems. One document we have developed last years very much is our information requirement for our project. This is unfortunately also in Finnish, but this is a document for all our projects which defines the FTIA information requirements. We have one document for design project, one document for traditional contract projects, one document for design and build project, and actually we are also developing the other type of the. But idea is that earlier everything was in the contract papers or project plans, but now we have taken the information requirements as one document, because then it's easier to have all the information requirements in one place, so it's easier to handle in the project. We are developing continuously this document. We want to be better and better with this one. Then some other process issues. We want high quality information from our processes. We have developed lately a unified way of working. I talked about that every project is taking the project information portal in use. There is a project folder structure unified project folder structure in use in every project. And we also give lots of support and training for that unified way of working. Timaha, the information quality support service, is now on use also. And we also want to influence the development of industry standards and their implementation. We are active in Building Finland. We are active in Building International. And there is actually also an English link for our RUTV national development projects. And of course, we also always want projects to innovate and pilot new things in their projects. So we are getting better in that way. Just a little bit about Timaha information quality support service. Few years ago, we really realized that the project manager need help for their BIM and information requirements. And we tendered this service. Now there is consultancy teams which are supporting our project manager. What are they supporting? They are supporting the project manager in the start of the project to really understand and unify the requirements. Then they help during the process that every stakeholder is working, how the rules are, how the rules are, and also in the end of the project, also checking the quality of the delivery materials. So they are helping on the way. They are not modeling. They are not working. They are not doing the work which the stakeholders in our project, service providers, should do, but they are helping. They are checking. They are they are taking care of the quality of the information. And we launched this new Timaha service last October, and already 36 projects has started to use that. 15 FTIA project, and then the regional ELY centers has also got lots of projects through Timaha. Then a little bit about tools section. I already told that the project information portal has been launched April 18, 2024. It's Builder.com is the service provider for that system. And to be honest, this is one of the most successful software services taken use in our organization, because actually now every project has really taken that one, and it's very much because the software is good, the support is very good, and now first time there is a common data structure for projects ready to take in use when they start the project. Actually, the project managers can skip one phase when they take this project information portal to use. And there is also a mandate that all new projects has to use this one since April 2024. This is a picture of the project information. There is all information. There is document, there is BIM models, there is measurement data, everything related to the projects. And BIM tool is integrated to the project portal. BIM tool was tendered a little bit earlier. It was taken to the use already 2023, but last autumn it was integrated to the project information portal. And Vectorio is our BIM tool. And now we are implementing this project information model. There is new systems, new data structures, but I think you can see there diagram how many documents has been put to the new systems, and I think the implementation is actually in the very good process. Okay, just some few use cases of BIM. I already talked about Kirri-Tikkakoski. In Kirri-Tikkakoski, they really took BIM to everything in their system, even the steering group of the project, which is consisting of the cities in that area, the major major industry players, directors of our organization, even the steering group, ohjausryhmä, everything was showed with no paper, with no slides, but from the BIM tool. So actually in the meetings, they showed that now the situation in this project is this, and this is how the road construction is going on. Also, machine control, automatic machine control was very much in use. This is the Finnish software called InfraKit. You can see how the machines are working there on the site. Real time, you can get how much masses has been excavated everywhere. You can see which kind of machines are there on the site. So this makes actually construction more effective, and it's purely working with the BIM models in that site. Tolerances, quantities can be taken off the BIM. This example is from Tekla Civil, the design software, where there was some disagreement with the client and the contractor from the masses, but actually with the model you can easily show that, okay, the right answer is there and the payments go with that amount of money. Combining different data sets, models, point clouds, you can actually very easily get, you can put the model of the design, and then you can get the point cloud and see that what is done, what is not done. This case is from Kirri Tikkakoski. You can see that actually it's very easy to see what is done, what isn't. But also in many projects, that when the project is ready and then starts a guarantee time, the drones can easily make the point clouds and then say that if the surface has been going down or it's there where it should be. So point clouds is very good way to really check how the surface is after the construction or even in the guarantee time. Okay, some other examples of these. And then in BIM in quality supervision, this is example also from Kirri Tikkakoski. Everything is in project information portal. There is the quality check pictures of that one. Then we have a BIM model. You have some measurements, and when you have a measurement from BIM, you can also go all the way to the site and check that everything is really as it was in the model. So BIM can be used in that kind of cases too. This is Espoo City Rail and our Vectorio. I actually took this picture because I live quite close to this railway project, and I tried once this model how the railway BIM model is used in my mobile phone, and you can see there that it's a railway BIM model, and then also from the city, how the buildings and everything, city 3D model, and you can get good impression how the new railway is going to be there. Okay, end of the project. I already told that we have a Velho as designed and as built delivery place. End of the project, all the information has to go to the Velho. There goes everything what is produced in the project, and we have the common system, common data structure, how everything goes to the Velho, and this information is then in use in next project, but also in future we want this information to flow directly to our asset information systems better. Velho collects all project information. There is also BIM tool adapted, so this material is actually directly from Velho. You can click from Velho the BIM button, and it shows the BIM of that project. This is VT highway number 5, Mikkeli-Nuutilanmäki. There is all Velho information, different PDFs, everything, also the model. You can go to Velho tool and see how the project models are there in the system. And there is all our projects in our Velho system, all design, all construction projects in one place information. And there is Mikkeli, which project I just showed you. Okay, what is next steps? We are actually end of last year, we actually defined new projects to make our BIM for the next level. And one big issue is that our Ministry of Transportation has set us a target that 2027 all design and construction information has to flow to the asset information system. And we defined this kind of project there, which have 6 phases. I'm not telling all the phases for you, but we have now very good place to better our BIM maturity in our organization. So we started with those new starting projects. We have now record amount of new projects started. So we started this project that those projects we pushed intensive BIM mentoring program for those new projects, because when the new project with big volume is pushed BIM, also the industry is then learning more. Next one is making more training and instruction to our organizations. Then standardization of processes and information content has to be developed more. Quality management in the beginning of next year, and then information flow next year. And our goal is that 2027 information flows between project management and asset management systems. And we don't see any other option than BIM-based systems to really get this information to flow. And in this, we will use, of course, BuildingSmart international tools. We have already piloted in our organization BuildingSmart data dictionary with very interesting results. There has been 3 pilot processes where our requirements was served through the BSDD, and we are moving to IFC from our InfraModel information delivery, information exchange format to IFC, and we are working for this direction. And this is from our system how our things are working, and we already made a little bit training how we have asset information systems. We want to publish those requirements in FTIA BSDD. We actually already have published it, some versions of that one in BSDD. In the future, there will be ideas of FTI projects. Then it's designed with different softwares like Tekla, NovaPoint, Bentley. They deliver IFC, and then it goes to our Velho system and the project information portal BIM tool Velho system. And so we are working for this direction. Okay, my last slide is exactly 45 minutes now done. As a conclusion, I think success factors for implementing BIM is leadership and people. They're very important. If management is not involved, this one, if people are not really taken care, BIM cannot be taken to the use. Instructions and requirements, especially when we are a public organization, we are buying everything. We have to have very good requirements, very specific requirements for our information. Project support, project managers are very busy. They have their budget, their timetable. Everything else is a little bit extra work for them. So they take BIM in use if it helps their goals. And then you have to have a good systems and tools for. And last picture is just a little picture how in our organization, we, as a Finnish Transport Infrastructure Agency, we have to have our own guidelines. Then we have some national guidelines in the Finnish industry level. Then we have some collaboration with the Nordic markets. And then, of course, we have an international standard. So these all levels has a little bit own structures. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'm very happy to answer the questions if you have. Paljon kiitoksia, you say in Finnish.